Alright, welcome to the next piano video. So I am 38 years old. I started learning when I was 37. My goal is to fully understand the piano and be proficient one day. And so today was the first day that I started working on the F sharp major scale, just spanning one octave. So I recorded the first 5 minutes of that and just wanted to post that to show what practice looks like when working on something new. You know, it's not very glamorous or anything like that, but just to really put on display what practice looks like behind closed doors. And I do teach drums for a living, and so I also just want to give a little bit of value and food for thought to anyone out there who wants to learn an instrument or plays an instrument already. Maybe you played for a long time, but you have a goal of where you want to be, and you're not there yet. I would just say, what are you willing to trade to accomplish that goal? And you can think of a lot of different things to answer that. Well, I would trade this, I would trade that, but the answer is 20 minutes to 1 to 2 hours a day, 3 to 5 days a week, depending on how long you want it to take. 20 minutes a day, 3 days a week will get you progress if you're focusing on the right things, and having really well focused practice time, especially on things that you either can't do yet or that you're weak at. Practice and playing are two different things. Practicing is like building new skills. So if you do kind of have a goal on an instrument and it seems like this lofty, distant thing that you're not sure if you'll ever get there or not, I would just pose a few questions, to ask you. And this is there's no judgment from me whatsoever. This just happens to be something I'm passionate about. So again, just know there's no judgment. Just to pass on a little bit of practical wisdom that I happen to have. And feel free to comment and share anything and advice you would have for me. I'm definitely willing to read it and consider it for sure. All right, so the questions that I would pose are, what did you do today to work towards that goal? What about yesterday? What did you do yesterday? And the day before that? And the day before that? How about last week? What did you do last week to work towards your goal? So if you consider those questions and the answer happens to be nothing, again, no judgment, I would just say, start by doing one thing, and do it today. Do one thing today to start on the path towards that goal. All right, enjoy the rest of the video.